time is 12 o'clock. Thank you for joining us at this time. You are watching news analysis live on Politics and Business Television. The top stories. FG probes fuel smuggling, cuts supply to border towns. ASU, strike not imminent if government implements agreements within 2 weeks. Ebonyi LP endorses Peter Obi as National Party leader. Details coming up shortly. Welcome back. I am Amina Idris. Now the news. As part of measures to stop the smuggling of premium motor spirits, popularly called petrol, from Nigeria to neighboring countries, the federal government has detained 5 fuel tankers and sealed 3 filling stations in border towns. It was also gathered on Sunday that the continued anti-smuggling operations on the federal government through the Nigeria Customs Service had made fuel supply to various borders communities to decrease from 32 million litres daily to about 25 million within 2 months. This implies that above 420 million litres of PMS valued at 294 billion naira, using the average price of 700 naira per litre, did not go to the border states during the period. The decrease in PMS evacuation to border states by about 21.86% was confirmed by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. Meanwhile, on the educational matters, the Academic Staff Union of Universities has said that a strike is not imminent if the federal government implements the agreement reached in the next 2 weeks. Professor Emmanuel Oshedike, president of ASU, said this in an interview with the News Agency of Nigeria on Monday. It would be recalled that ASU had threatened to embark on strike over the non-implementation of agreements reached with the federal government. The Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Maman, on June 26, invited the union for a meeting to deliberate on the lingering issues affecting universities and to avert the planned strike. ASU president said some of the demands included the non-implementation of the 2009 negotiated agreement. According to him, the agreement had lingered over 6 years and the government was yet to implement them. The federal government on Sunday confirmed that it has activated the various emergency centers across the country to help in tackling the flood situations in the flood plains, stressing that responses from citizens in some of the affected states had been below expectation. The government disclosed this through the National Emergency Management Agency as some state governments announced the commencement of river dredging in their domains, while others ordered residents in flood-prone areas to evacuate. Reports has it that the federal government said no fewer than 10 states and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, had either experienced various degrees of flooding or recorded casualties as rains intensified. The report stated that the Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Professor Joseph Utseb, who dropped the red alert using a press briefing in Abuja, warned that 21 more states might suffer flooding. And this is Politics and Business Television. You are watching news analysis via our YouTube and Facebook pages. Still to come, Ebonyi LP endorses Peter Obi as National Party leader. Details of this and more after the break. Welcome back. I am Amina Idris. The Ebonyi State chapter of the Labour Party has adopted its presidential candidates in the 2023 general elections, Mr. Peter Obi as the party's national leader. The party stakeholders also adopted Fidelis Nwankwo as the leader of the party in the state. The endorsement was part of the 6-point communique issued at the end of an expanded stakeholders briefing held in Abakaliki on Sunday. The communique was signed by the leaders of the Ebonyi South Senatorial Zone and Ebonyi North Senatorial Zone, Mr. Linus Okori and Emmanuel Eze, respectively. The communique was also endorsed by Mr. Emmanuel Nwombo, Ebonyi Central Senatorial Zone, on behalf of members of the National Transition Committee and conveners of the expanded stakeholders briefing. We will be going for a quick break, and when we're back, joining me on the interview segment will be Malam Umar Babakano Chada, National Treasurer, Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, who will be discussing on our topic, why will fuel scarcity returns again across major cities in Nigeria. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. Long queues are sneaking back at petrol stations across Africa's biggest economy, raising fresh concerns about shortages as the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPC, struggles with a staggering $6 billion petrol payment backlog. Finding shows that NNPC owes around $6 billion to international traders for the state-owned company is taking more days to make payments instead of within 90 days. According to Reuters, NNPC's mounting debts, which include overdue payments exceeding $4 billion to $5 billion for January imports alone, as several international petrol suppliers have ceased participating in recent traders. NNPC will import via about 850 Nigerians are once again facing long queues and petrol scarcity across major cities in the states. Joining us live will be Malam Babakano Jada, the National Treasurer.
Who came into power, he said there wouldn't be subsidy. So it is more or less deregulated. So it is expected in a deregulated market you have a fluctuation of pricing.